Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, it is about 6 hours until Irons and Albedo are exchangeable on global servers when everyone who is free to play can get them. I've been getting asked heaps in the last few days which one to get, so I'm going to do my best to answer that in this video, so let's get into it. First of all, I just wanted to mention, if you open your mail and you see this compensation of the essence, the pro coins and the diamonds, that is due to there was an issue where the twins skin was actually giving them more haste, meaning people with the twin skin were getting higher scores and everything. Now, I don't know how big of an impact it was. I feel for like end game players who didn't have the skin, it would have been a big issue. However, I don't know the impact it would have had on them because I'm tipping most endgame players had the skin. But basically, people who didn't have the skin were getting heavily impacted in the bosses and all of that stuff. So they've done this compensation. I don't think there's any way for them to go, okay, this person needs this much compensation, so we just all get a blanket compensation, so everyone gets free stuff. So I'm actually kind of pumped about the pro coins. But that's what happened there. I'm not sure exactly on all the specifics of it. I haven't dug in too deep yet, but that's what that is. Anyway, moving on to the dimensional exchange. So one thing I want to mention about the exchange before we go into who to exchange for is that when we open the exchange, there's still 7 days left, so don't panic too hard. There is currently a Labyrinth Limbo going on in the test server, which means we will get that on global servers before the end of this exchange, meaning you got a chance to get more of those Labyrinth coins. You've also got more guild coins and challenger coins you can get from there. Guild coins aren't really an issue in this one, and then we do have a lot of summons coming from the new Christmas event as well, which is one of those island events where you can get like the big reward, and for the first 10 levels you can place 2 scrolls as a reward. I know it's only little, but there's a lot of stuff that we will be keep getting. We got a new voyage, there's a lot of stuff coming, so make sure you're up to date on everything. Misty Valley, all that, to get as many summons as you can. We also have the Abyssal Expedition where people are getting summons, so that'll help out with the hero coins. So just keep that in mind, like you can get a fair few extra resources in the last 7 days of this with all the events going on, and also the Labyrinth Limbo coming up. So keep that in mind before you panic. Hopefully that'll get most people over the line for picking up, well, either if they've started late and they can only get one, or if they started early-ish and they can get both of them. So keep that in mind. And also, you've also got the option of actually purchasing one for the, what is it? 20 Australian dollars, which is 10 or 15 US. I mean, once again, if you don't spend, you don't spend, that's cool. But for value on it, I feel like it's not bad value compared to the rest of the packs in the game to buy one of them cheaply. Now, which one to actually go ahead and purchase? So this is a tough question, and I'm just going to start it off by saying I don't want to give you an answer on you have to choose this one. They have different sort of prospects as heroes. The main difference, and we will go through all their skills and just recap it, especially for newer players coming in, but the main difference is going to be over here in the signature item. So over here with Albedo, during battle, the attack ratings of all dimensional heroes are increased by 15% for every dimensional hero that is on the allied formation. The effects can be stacked up to 3 times, and also we can get a 25% defense increase up to 3 times as well. So you're getting massive stat increases for all dimensionals. So this is where Albedo, at the moment in the game, she is not as good as Irons in my opinion. Irons is just so powerful with his ult just destroying everything, and I'll have a video about collecting these guys and doing them on my test server account, probably about 12 hours from this one. So yeah, that's coming up, and man, this guy is an absolute beast. So like right now, if the heroes in the game were the only heroes that were ever going to be in the game, I'd probably pick up Irons personally, because he does massive damage and he's really cool and he's really satisfying to play with. And if you're if you're just that kind of person that's just playing the game to have fun, I feel like Irons is the better option because he is really fun. He's really powerful now. He can be your main carry, especially if you're in like before chapter 20. And you can pick up an Irons and link him to something, he's going to demolish the game for you and really give you that fun progression feeling. If you're a free-to-play player who thinks they're going to be in it for the really, really long term, then maybe Albedo is the one for you, because as they introduce more collaborations, like we've got the Persona 5 one coming, which we don't know what abilities those heroes will have as they do come into the game. Obviously, having an Albedo with a max signature item is going to basically stack up on their effectiveness and make them better and better and better. And the more dimensionals that come into the game, the better Albedo will become. So that's pretty much sums it up. But the caveat on top of that is, if you're a really long-term feeling player, I feel like choosing Albedo will be niche to a very limited amount of people who have started late and gone, I'm going to play this game very long term. Because anyone that has been focused on the long term of this game for a long time will have saved up the resources to buy both. However, people who've come in late, maybe they came in for the collaboration, saw it, thought it's cool. I feel like a lot of those people are going to prefer Irons because they're going to be earlier. It's going to give them a better progression, a more fun experience, which they've jumped in for the fun, and no better way to keep you in a game than having fun. So I feel like Irons is going to be the number one choice for a lot of people in that aspect. Plus, he just looks too cool. Like, I know waifus and all that sort of thing, but come on, he's savage. So, quick recap before we go through all the skills on them. Just to give you a more broad overview of what they do. I just wanted to highlight that one big difference that Albedo has, that sort of gives her infinite like sort of usage, whereas Irons, they could just make a better AoE nuker and then he gets relegated, and that's sort of the way I look at it. But for most people, I'd recommend Irons because one, you're going to have more fun with him, and two, it's just a really, really good carry for the game at the moment. And then for people who got in late but think they're going to play the game incredibly long term, or they're hanging out for a collab or that, like, if you really love Persona 5 and you're like, I want to buff those heroes, maybe you get Albedo. Hope that answers it. Once again, I'm not giving you a straight answer because I don't like making this decision for people, but that's the main consideration I would look at. As for skills, we're going to keep it quick because most people do know this, and most of them probably have left by now if they do know them, so peace out. Anyway, so Albedo, her ultimate, she's going to do an AoE on the most populated area of enemies and give herself a shield from it, is the basics there. This one, she's going to give herself a shield, teleport to a back row ally, and basically protect them. All the damage they take will be converted to Albedo, and her and that ally will be immune to CC for that period. And then also with the skill ups, as you can see, damage received by Albedo while shield is active is reduced by 60%, which is really nice. So it's just a big damage mitigation save for a back row ally, and if Irons is on the team, she will prioritize him. This one, she's going to teleport to a random ally that is currently nearest near an enemy, and basically does a stun for 4 seconds. If Irons is on the team, once again, she will prioritize him. And then this one here, basically she has a increased crit resistance, and anyone that crits her will have their attack rating reduced. So not too bad on that. And then the other cool thing about her is she does actually get some damage potential with this signature item, because when an ally or Irons, so she can proc this up to twice the way I understand it. I haven't actually done too much testing with Albedo because Irons has really just shined for me. But this one, when an ally dies, she gets enraged, and she converts defense into attack and goes ham and attacks the enemies, and becomes immune to damage and all that stuff. Damage and control is the key part. So someone dies, she's immune to damage, immune to control, loses defense, gains attack, goes ham, and then at 9 of 9 furniture, 80% of the damage caused during this phase, she will be healed for. So she does actually gain some cool clutch damage potential. If you know your main attacker goes down, she can clean it up with this. And then Irons. Irons has a big ult and he kills things. Look forward to seeing the next one. Like, pretty much Irons has a massive ult and it kills things. With your signature item, we can get here, and you can use it 3 times instantly. It is a casted thing, but with 20 signature item, he can cast it instantly, and then with 30 signature item, it just deals more damage. So he's an absolute savage. His ult is the big thing. His basic attack does 3 different combos, does a single target, does a silence, and does an AoE. It's really cool. This one here, after 24 seconds, or with furniture item, it's after 15 seconds. Enemies are just going to lose 30% of their current health and be stunned for 4 seconds. Well, it's actually 50% of their current health, which is huge. So if you can stall out, it does take him a while to channel at the start, which this ability is. He walks in, starts channeling, grants himself stats and some energy, and then he's basically going to obliterate everything once he's done this channel. So yeah, it's pretty nice channel to do, and he normally gets through it all unless he's hit hard by some CC or something like that. But yeah, walks in, starts channeling, finishes it, he's pretty close to an ult, and then he just deletes things. But the cool thing about this channeling is, by the time he finishes channeling, it's actually really about, I think, 8 to 12 seconds into the match. So if you're playing it on manual and you keep him not using his ult, but you have him on 9 furniture, you can actually get this to proc before he uses his ult. So you can actually, like I said, because this will be 15 seconds if you're at 9 furniture. And it'll basically just instantly stun all enemies and deal 50% of their current health, which, if you haven't dealt any damage to them, puts them to half health. Then he can ult, and then things are dead. Like I said, with his furniture item, every 8 seconds during the battle, the damage and debuff duration of the magic caster abilities increase by 200%, which ain't too bad. And then, like I said, this one, that will activate after 15 seconds, which is nice. But once again, Irons, really fun, big ult, kills things really fast. Pretty much it. Anyway, guys, let me know who you are going to pick if you can only pick one. Let me know if you did get the resources to get both, or if you think you will get there from saving. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.